Hey guys, Charlie here, back with another video. So obviously at the end of the holidays, I was kind of doing a lot of reviews on some of the albums that I bought. I reviewed Black Sabbath, Master of Reality, and Volume 4. I also reviewed Foo Fighters, Concrete and Gold, and I think that's about it. So yeah, I'm back with another video today. I'm going to show you some more stuff I've been buying. Not a whole lot here because I don't have a job. I'm relying on pocket money, so I don't have a huge amount of money that I can just go and spend every time I go out to the shops. But I do have some really cool stuff here. So I'll start off with a couple of things that aren't music related. I got this T-shirt. I'm a pretty big Avengers, Marvel fan, so it's pretty cool to have this shirt with Thor's hammer on it, which is awesome. Also, this really cool new notebook. It's got Kylo Ren on it, so that's really cool. Pretty big Star Wars fan as well. So it's really great to have this new notebook. Also got the First Order Stormtroopers in there, so that's really good. So other than that, I've got 5 new records to show you. So yeah, the first one is Bon Jovi's brand new album, 2020. I'm not the most diehard Bon Jovi fan out there, but I do consider myself a pretty decent fan. Been really getting into them this year, obviously from the 80s, glam metal, hair metal bands, that kind of thing, and never really were that band again. This is more of a like 2000s rock album, really. A lot of really good songs. So yeah, really good album. Obviously, the older stuff is the best, but yeah, really solid album. This really happy to have it. Have been enjoying it. Will I do a top 10 albums of the year this year? Probably not, because well, I'm only really 2 years into my real journey with heavy metal and all these other genres like hard rock and stuff. So not really listening to a whole lot of new music, but yeah, I think in 2021 that will definitely be the case, and maybe I'll just talk about some of the bands I've been getting into at the end of this year. So that'll be really good. These next couple, obviously, they're a band who I showed you when I did the other record collection video earlier last month. A band that I know a lot of people really don't like, and that's fine, but I love them. And, for whatever reason you don't like them, you think, oh, they're too poppy, oh, they're trying to be metal, but they're not. Well, I mean, I consider them a hard rock, and there's a lot of really metallic stuff. It's Nickelback, obviously. Legendary album, All the Right Reasons. This is the brand new, really cool 15th anniversary edition. So what it is it's the full album. Then it's got a few B sides. There's a cover of We Will Rock You on here. Then a couple of acoustic tracks, and then they did this. They did this cool live show that which is on the second disc. So that's really cool. That's the first time we've gotten a Nickelback live album, really. So that's really good. Fantastic album. All the albums that I really buy are albums that I really like. Not really a collector type person, so I don't buy the stuff that I don't like. But yeah, fantastic album. Really great stuff. And just a note to all the Nickelback haters out there, because I know there's a lot of you. If you don't like Nickelback, that's okay, whether you think their melodies are too predictable or because I know that's a big problem with them. Another thing is, I talked about this when I talked about Feed the Machine. I mean, the last lesson I said, I used the term country metal. Like that's the thing is a lot of it is country music, you know what I mean? There's some kind of heavy stuff like Side of a Bullet, Next Contestant, Someone That You're With. Yeah, kind of the more hard rocking songs, but then there's the lighter songs like and really a lot of it is North American country music. Obviously these guys are from Canada. Like if you listen to songs like Photograph, other songs like Someday, Rockstar in particular can really hear it. So yeah, kind of a fusion of a bunch of things. I consider them a hard rock, alternative rock band, and I'm big into that kind of stuff. And if you're someone who just likes to talk trash about Nickelback because you heard some horrible, nasty person on the internet saying that about them, please just you probably haven't even listened to them all that much. So do go and check some of the songs out, and you might find something that you like. I mean, I know I found some things that I liked. I remember, I watched a few videos that talked about how they're the most hated band on the planet. Well, I don't think they're the most hated band on the planet, but they are quite famously disliked, which is unfortunate. I went and checked out some of the songs and I was mesmerized by them. So yeah, you might feel the same. Yeah, and another thing I'll point out, people like to say all their songs sound the same. No, they don't. There's between all the songs on these albums, there is enough diversity in between them that you can tell them apart pretty easily. I can tell them apart pretty easily. So yeah, the other album I got, Dark Horse from 2008. Really good album. This is the sixth overall studio album, and All the Right Reasons is fifth. So and also Bon Jovi 2020 is the 15th studio album. I'll tell you what number they come in terms of discography. So yeah, Dark Horse. Now I watch Sea of Tranquility. That's another really good music YouTube channel that you can check out. It's an American channel. So yeah, that's really good. And they about a week ago, I think, did a show about album cover fake outs. So you see an album in the store and you think, oh, it's gonna, and you buy it because you think it's going to be something that it isn't, and then you pick it up and you think, that's not what I thought it was going to be. So you see an album cover, you think it's going to be a really awesome metal or hard rock album, and as it turns out, it's a pop or a death metal, and just not what I expected. You know what I mean. And Martin Popoff, who's a Canadian writer guy, in case you don't know him, talked about AC/DC Back in Black, another fantastic album. And he talked about how even though it's a completely black album cover and you see an album like that, you think it's going to be a dark and mournful kind of thing, but actually it is a party album full of really upbeat, happy songs, and it's the ultimate drinking album, as he likes to call it. This is the same thing. So this album is called Dark Horse, and the album cover, it's some weird metal shield thing, kind of like a lock on a belt buckle, kind of like an old metal belt buckle type thing. Don't really know what it is, but and then you turn around on the back, and the guys are kind of in an old abandoned church. So you see this, you think this is going to be a pretty dark album, but in reality, the only things that are really dark on this album are the song Just to Get High. That's kind of the darker, really deep song on this album. Then there's a few kind of ballady ones, but other than that, this is the perfect album for a nightclub. Really, you've got this is just full of dancing and party and sex anthems. Pretty sexual album, actually. There's even a song there called SEX, which is pretty cool. But yeah, this album is one of the biggest partying albums out there. It's whether they're kind of happy songs about laughing and smiling, or really hard rocking songs about just really getting into it, that kind of thing. Yeah, this is a party of an album, and I love this album. It's really good. I mean, like I said, all the albums that I pick up are very good. I think are very good albums. So, yes, Nickelback, Dark Horse. Now let's get into some more metal stuff. A band that I'm still really new to, but I do consider myself a pretty huge fan. I think this band, over the last like 6 months or 4 months that I've really been getting into them, I think they are up there with Megadeth and Metallica in terms of my favorite bands of all time. Got a couple albums there. The band is Judas Priest. I mean, if you think about it, Black Sabbath are the original heavy metal band out there. This band, Metallica, are the biggest band on the planet and my favorite band in the world. And heaviest band probably goes to Cannibal Corpse, Slayer, all those bands. But few bands are able to put out pure heavy metal the way Judas Priest do. So this is the 11th studio album, Ram It Down, came out in 1988. So yeah, I mean, this is an album that a lot of people do make fun of, and I wouldn't quite call it a top tier Priest album, but I would rank this album pretty high. This is a very solid, very strong album in my opinion. A lot of pretty underrated stuff. Won't really get into the songs on it, but yeah, really good. Obviously, it came after Turbo, which was kind of their sellout glam commercial album, which a lot of people were shocked by and hated. And well, we all know what they came out with after this, Painkiller, which a lot of people called the comeback. And well, the comeback didn't last long because soon after that, Rob Halford flew the coop. I won't go into too much detail about that, but yeah, this is like a transition from Turbo to Painkiller. Obviously, it's still using quite a lot of synths. The drums, they're using the drum pads to like program it and stuff. So there's that. Just take the sticker off so you can see it a bit better. It's a Gold Series album. Don't really know what that means, but yeah, I mean, I think it is. It doesn't have any bonus tracks on it. Obviously, when Judas Priest reissue a bunch of their albums, they add bonus tracks like a couple of live songs. The version on Spotify does have a couple of live songs, but this one doesn't. So that's pretty cool. I don't really listen to those bonus track type things. They're just kind of a cash grab or that kind of thing, in my opinion. But really good stuff. But it is a heavier album than Turbo. It is kind of more of a. There are a lot of songs on here that would appear on Painkiller, but obviously with much harder drum sound. So yeah, really solid stuff. Great album cover. I mean, Judas Priest have a lot of great album covers. So yeah. And obviously, I think the big thing is this one. The other Judas Priest album I got, Screaming for Vengeance. Fantastic stuff again. Magnificent album cover in my opinion. I love this. It's got the Priest logo and then the title, and look at that. That's just awesome. So this is the 8th album from Priest. Came out in 1982, and it's a legendary album. One of their most popular ones. I'm really happy to have it here on vinyl. As far as doing a Judas Priest ranking is concerned, it probably won't be anytime soon because, once again, I'm still pretty new to this band, but they are definitely one of my favorite bands ever at this point. Like, I'm still pretty early into my journey with heavy metal, so whenever I discover a new band that I really like, they kind of come out on top pretty easily. So yeah, obviously on the back here you got the lyrics, which is pretty cool, and the credits. So yeah, really great stuff. Let me show you the LP real quick. Yep. Really look forward to spinning this. Like I said, fantastic album. I'll tell you now, if I were to rank the Judas Priest albums, this would definitely be up there. So yeah, that's my record collection update. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe to Invisible Kid for more videos. For the next video, I am planning on reviewing Megadeth Cryptic Writings. I've got all the notes down, so I do hope to get that out pretty soon. Really great stuff. Thanks for watching, and yeah, see you next time.